crazy.
Yeah, that's really crazy to think about. That this has been going on for almost 100 weeks.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of tournaments, whole lot of entrants, a whole lot of streams.
It's crazy to think about if you think about the previous weeks of this like tournament series, like lots of names that you could recognize now that are going to like big major tournaments and are actually like placing really well.
Yeah, it's wild, but it really shows how good the growth is. The tournament series helps a lot, and so the next week's will be awesome. It'll be a cool celebration. But for now, we're still on 99, and the first match of the day is Plush Witch and Rye. I hate saying Plush Witch. It's like one of those, like, it's hard to say. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I know what you mean. Tower.
Yeah, this is, I mean, you've got two fire characters. They're going to go to tower. That's just what's going to happen.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a nice standard neutral stage, unless you live in Arizona, because we go to Merchant Port because we're enlightened.
Ooh, estuary supremacy.
I'm gonna contain my anger for the sake of the stream. Anyways, so far Plush coming out with a bit of a lead here. Doing a good job just winning some neutrals and not getting any crazy punishes, but making sure to at least capitalize a little bit.
What a tech from Rye though, because definitely he used a lot of his resources when off of the edge there, so that was quite terrifying, especially for Zetterburn, because you do not have the greatest recovery.
100%. The one thing Zetterburn does have though is crazy reversals off of those techs, and so if Zetterburn manages to tech while you are edge carding him, you really got to be on the lookout, especially in that position where Plush was on fire. But,
oh yeah,
Plush taking the first stock, and Ryan not waiting too long to answer back.
3 up tilts from Plush. Oh my goodness! If it works,
sometimes you just gotta do it. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta do it. So far, Ryan in the percent lead now, doing a good job connecting some of these strings together. Hasn't found any of those crazy fire kills we're thinking of yet, but a little bit of unfortunate DI on the down strong, gonna catch Plush. God, I hate that so much. I wish I could just say it, right?
I loved that clone there. That was so well done.
It was. It really pressures characters like Zetterburn off stage and forces them to like waste something or puts them in a position that they don't want to be in. It's always a good option. Never a bad idea to throw out the clone unless you're gonna save them with it.
But we are here on the last stock for the first game, and it's kind of just back and forth, honestly.
It really has been. Although Rye has kind of maintained the percent lead ever since he gained it. It's going to be really important that he nails this edge guard, because if Plush manages to come back, I mean, we've seen it's won quite a bit on stage. Oh. Here we go. Percent racking up. Zetterburn off stage. This is not very good.
No air dodge. Oh. I appreciate the parry on that up B.
Plush could have ended it right there.
Really could have with that back air. Great DI on that F tilt.
Doesn't get caught. There we go. Throwing out the Dom Strong, covering both the clone and the real Plush.
The clone extended the hitbox of the down strong there.
Yeah, I think it would have hit anyways, but it certainly helps to have an extended one.
Yeah, let's see how Plush goes into game 2 on the best stage in the game with the best theme in the game. Blazing Rail.
It's a good one, and this is a really common counter pick for both these characters. That's kind of the conundrum when you're playing something like Forsburn Zetter. Neither of them have bad stages, really, other than you could argue Endless Abyss, but when they're playing against each other, it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
And they both like all of the same things, and they both make great use out of them.
Yes.
Especially platforms like this. These are two characters that are going to have monstrous plat drops.
I completely agree. That's why I definitely ban the stage versus any fire character, because I just they can flat gift you the entire time. But they're amazing flat drops. I want to see how Plush kind of deals with Rise flat drop fairs, because those not only are like kills, but they also connect it to themselves. Ban
They
why.
do.
Ban why? Why love that move? It was already good.
Oh, it's had so many situations to actually just end the stock with like the second hit of the knife, but it never trusts in it and just kind of lets the opportunity slip away. I want to see them recognize that situation more instead of just going for an inconsistent punish at a high percent that's going to get right out of there.
But Rye gonna be able to take that stock with another down strong at the ledge.
Yeah, it seems like a common one, just catching a lot of these landings onto the stage. Okay, Rye beating out. Yeah, it was a great way to beat the plat drop there. Scary percent. Once you hit that big 8-0, that's when you should be terrified of being on fire.
Rye is definitely playing a lot slower, but keeping up and kind of keeping out of Forsburn's distance. Like the range of Forsburn, I should say.
Ooh.
Oh,
That was hot.
quite literally.
Oh, I understand the joke.
Yes, fire. Oh,
Because they're on fire capital.
the fire capital is being destroyed.
Yeah, it's such a cool little detail.
Why does that fair do 13%?
If it makes you feel better, Forsburn Dare does 12%.
No, it does not. That move is even. That move is even worse. Yeah, Rye's all over Plush right now. Oh my goodness.
So far, the difference maker to me this set has been just Rye's punish is definitely he's pushing it much more than Plush is.
Oh yeah.
Plush is getting 1, 2, like occasionally 3 hits, and just playing a solid neutral and trying to find these kills. But like you see, that's a Zetterburn that lived at 200%. That really did not need to. Like there were several opportunities Plush could have just ended that. And I wanna see Plush just push the punish more because it is not getting enough out of them.
That is another thing that definitely can help a lot of players. It's just understanding when you need to extend your combos with other options.
Yeah.
So we have seen Plush go for the down tilt back air, but have not been able to connect it safely or connect it fully. I think that's one thing that we want to see. I think that one thing I want to see is how they're able to combo into it again, but just in a different combo tree, basically. Another time.
Absolutely. I think another thing, and you kind of saw it on that last talk as well, one of the biggest things is not getting very much out of a parry punish. So like the Zetterburn was at 50, and Plush just down aired and just pushes the Zetter away and it resets to neutral. And you can get so much more off of parries like that. And that's something, I think Rye was doing pretty well. Like we saw some of these aerials to start up combos and like stuff like Shine down air to surprise Plush and keep it going. And it's so far it really has been the difference maker.
I think what I want to see from Plush as the set continues is instead of going for like down strong attack with as a parry punish, instead try going for a setup option. Maybe like a tilt, maybe up cape, any cape option honestly, except for down.
Yeah, it's a fine balance.
I just want to see people move from.
Oh no.
We take those, all right.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but Plush is already at 72%. It will be very easy to just apply fire and find one of those converts to get it over with.
Especially here.
Yep, right at that percent. Great recognition. But again, missing out on that parry punish there, just picking the down air and letting Rai get out of its range and tech.
I think Plush, if you want to continue to use down air as a parry punish, try aiming for the spot of the move as it spikes your opponent into the stage and does a decent bit of damage, actually. I think it does a bit more than what it normally does.
Yeah, the spike is a great starter.
It's a great combo starter. 80%. It can combo into like up cape, up tilt, and cape loops. Would you say cape loops at this point would be like decently well as a neutral tool?
Oh yeah, I mean all it takes is like one catch with the cape while they're like above you or something to start a loop. But we don't really see Plush go for up cape very often. It's always F cape, which I think is it's missing out on quite a bit by not using up cape, especially against a character like Zetterburn, where like Rai's going to spend a lot of the time above Forsburn because that's what fire characters do.
I love the dash dance from Rai there, just calling out a parry.
Absolutely, just really good recognition.
I loved the bob and weave from Rai there, as Plush was definitely like throwing out an F strong in the down tilt. Oh, this combo!
Go. Pushing Rai off stage. Oh my god,
no.
why? That was 3 stocks lost to himself. That is unfortunate. Rai is definitely kicking himself after that one. But the set goes on. He had the advantage. And, you know, better late than never for Merchant Port, I guess. Don't you and me. Unbelievable.
Oh, again, Rai off stage at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, hopefully not gonna down B to his death this time. Alright, thankfully makes it back to stage. Alright, so far, Plush keeping a bit of the percent lead. Tricky little up B there. I love to see stuff like that. It's my favorite part about Forsburn.
I think on this stage especially, it increases that, I think, tenfold.
It can. I mean, in general, both these characters, the more platforms that they have to mess around with, the happier they are. And just being able to have these top plats to... Oh, no!
That DI.
I don't think Plush has DI'd single down strong correctly yet. That's really unfortunate, because I get it, it's such a fast option, but, like, you know that he's fishing for it every time he dash dances like that. Just good stuff to be aware of. Great DI on the down strong.
I love that weight underneath the platform. That was so well executed. Oh!
There we go.
I love that edge guard from Plush. Oh, that counter. Okay, Plush starting up something again. I'm gonna counter attack there. Back to neutral, baby.
Okay, trying to get some percent in there. Plush is still down at that very scary kill percent.
Especially on fire.
Yes. Oh yeah, he was looking for it.
I think all Rai had to do was just do a turnaround up smash.
Well, he didn't know quite where Plush was going to go, and so he was just trying to figure out exactly where he needed to be. The down strong gonna prevail again. Just Plush is just not ready for these.
Why is that move frame 5, by the way?
There's a lot of moves I could say that about.
Oh wow.
Okay. Oh. Mixes it up a little bit. Doesn't go right to stage.
Ooh, I like that F strong.
Uh-oh. Alright, Combust is on deck. Here we go. Here's some of the combos I was looking for. Getting that quick 45.
Oh, oh my god!
Wait, oh my god, that Galaxy?
At 58.
There's no way. I don't think I've ever seen a Galaxy like that.
Wow, bringing it to game 5.
What a comeback. I mean, just that entire game, Rai was up and definitely had the advantage. And Plush just pulled that out of nowhere. We're on Julesville now. This is, again... Go ahead.
I love the use of clone at the ledge. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's really, really good at forcing out options.
Oh, that DI. And Plush up.
Yeah, this is the first time in a little while that we've seen Plush up by a significant margin. And I want to see if it can keep it up.
I like that dash attack to extend the combo. Unfortunately, not going to be able to follow up off of it. I think this is a better Forsburn stage in my honest opinion. Look at how much space Plush has, honestly.
Well, the thing you have to consider about a stage like this, it's gonna be all about the edge guard. And both these characters, yeah, I mean, it has Rai on the ledge right there. It's gonna be all about who executes on that edge guard better, and who makes better use of the platform when they have it. And so far, Plush has done a really good job of keeping Rai in a pretty scary spot and just winning these neutral interactions. Oh, here we go. There's the DI I'm looking for. Ooh, narrowly avoids death there.
Look at how much extra credit Plush has on Rai, though. It's expanded even more as Plush has not lost the stock just yet. At 150.
You can really tell now that Plush is comfortable and it's figuring out what to do.
That's one of my favorite things to see as a commentator, is when you can finally see that the player's gotten comfortable in that situation.
Yeah, it's like a switch sometimes. I mean, like the player finally realizes everything that they haven't been doing or were doing wrong, and just they make the adaptations. And so far, it is...
Oh my goodness!
What a beautiful comeback. That was a reverse 3-0.
Woo!
All right. Plush was looking a little bit dire there, but it managed to pull some really good stuff out the last couple of games.
For sure.
Gonna be moving on.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time I've seen more than one Forsburn in a Rivals Recess tournament. And you know what? He's like my favorite character, so I'm about him. So we've got
next up, Alpha Ben and Otso.
Indeed.
Forsburn Hodon.